All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first ever online joint annual meeting. My name is Mike Winsman. I'm the Director of Transfer and Technology at BC Cat. And I'm certain that everyone had a nice rest last night. We were not at all stressed or anxious about anything that we saw going on in the world. And we're all ready to get out of bed and face the world as it currently stands and focus on what matters, which is, of course, transfer and articulation. This is obviously a new platform for us. We've never done something like this before, but we're very excited about the possibilities over the next couple of days. It's obviously been a very different year for all of us when COVID struck and we all were sent home to think about what we did back in March. We really didn't know what to expect. And everybody in the post-secondary world and also us here at BC Cat, we were all impacted by the changes, and transfer articulation was no different either. You know, we had a lot of questions all of a sudden about, you know, what happens when institutions move to pass-fail grades. What happens when there is online delivery of programs. What about skills-based programs? BCCAT has spent a fair bit of time working with the articulation committees, with the institutions, and we're very pleased with how things have been unfolding. I just want to give a big thank you to all the articulation committees that decided to go ahead and meet this year. About a third decided to meet in spring as expected. Another third decided to move to the fall, and another third have decided to postpone until next year as we got some ground underneath our feet. And that's totally understandable. And we're going to talk a lot about the different issues that impacted us over the past 8 months. But before we get into anything, I just wanted to make a few comments about the platform that we're using and how things are going to work today. So obviously we're using an online platform called Huba, and in a few minutes I'm going to give a bit of a brief presentation that just gives you an overview of how to get the most out of this particular platform. You know, one of the decisions we had to make pretty early last spring was a decision on whether or not JAM should go ahead this year. For those of you that have been to this event before, and it's been going on for over 10 years now, we would do this in person in Vancouver right around this time. And it was our annual opportunity to meet and greet and work with all the people that we engage with throughout the year. Last June, we made the decision to move JAM online. And I'm very pleased to let everybody know that we have over 350 people registered for the event over the next 2 days. We've crafted the agenda in a way that there is a good blend of specific as well as general sessions, so that whether you are a new jammer or an experienced jammer, I think that there's going to be lots to offer for you. Now, I understand that everybody has Zoom fatigue. It is real and it is spectacular, and we are no exception. So we've worked hard to make sure that the sessions over the course of the next 2 days are relatively brief. There's lots of breaks that have been scheduled with throughout the days so that you're not basically just sitting in front of a screen all day. We encourage you to get up, walk around, and watch the events as they unfold. We will be streaming all the events as they are scheduled, and then later tonight I'll be uploading any sessions that you may have missed so that you can watch them on your own time in the future. I can see people are already putting questions into the chat and in the question and answer. That's great. That's our cue to let you know that this is how we will engage with each other throughout the sessions over the next few days. And I will get to a little bit more of that in a minute. But first, what I'd like to do now is pass the mic over to Jim Hamilton, who is the president of Okanagan College and the council co-chair for BCCAT. I've known Jim for a number of years, and he's been at Okanagan College for a number of years, and he's actually entering his final year as president of Okanagan College as he decides to go off to a well-earned retirement. Jim is great for recommendations on different types of wine. So what I'm going to do now is pass it over to Jim, who's going to give some opening remarks.
Well, thanks very much, Mike. And just to correct one misstatement, I've been at Okanagan College as president for life. but the fact that I'm leaving or entering the last year is not the last year of my life. It's I'm actually 5 months away from vacating this position, and I will maintain my connection with BC Cat for a couple more years at least in retirement, because I think this is such a worthy organization. It's a great pleasure for me to be able to welcome everyone to JAM 2020 on behalf of my co-chair, Rob Fleming, the guy who actually does all the work. I'm the co-chair who tries to keep Rob in line, and those of you who know Rob will recognize that's not hard, because there are very few people I know who are as hardworking, focused, and committed as Rob is. I also am welcoming you to JAM on behalf of all the members of council and the staff at BC Cat. So while the location and the logistics may not be what we're used to, the message of JAM is still the same. This event is a great time to celebrate all the hard work and expertise that has made the BC transfer system the great success that it is. Thank you for being such willing partners in a system that not only supports student mobility and student success, but that is deservedly the envy of most other jurisdictions. I like to think that what makes me remain attached to BC Cat is the same thing that inspires so many of you. The chance to help thousands of deserving students to explore opportunities and then pursue their educational and professional goals, all in a system that maintains high quality standards and supports movement between institutions without unnecessary penalties. This is a great gift to give to the students and to our province. Two of my own children have benefited significantly from the transfer system, moving seamlessly between institutions to achieve both the experience and the outcomes that they wanted at different points in their careers. On behalf of them and the many thousands of students who've had the same experience, I wish to say thank you. Whether you're one of the dedicated and admirable staff at BC Cat, or you are serving on one of the many committees that are essential to BC Cat's work, you are all part of a team that does great work in the service of a great cause. So let's all enjoy JAM 2020 and take advantage of its unique opportunities to learn from our colleagues, each other, and build all those connections that ultimately benefit our students and our communities. Back to you, Mike.
All right, thank you, Jim. I just had my first moment where I forgot to unmute my mic. I imagine that might not be the last time that happens, but thank you for those comments, and we certainly appreciate all that you've done for our council over the years, and I hope to continue to see you as you continue in your role as council co-chair. Now I'd like to turn it over to offer a welcome from Fernanda Paray, an elder from the Comox Nation, and Kelly Shoplin, Director of Indigenous Education at North Island College and a Comox Nation member, who is going to provide the Indigenous greeting for us this morning.
Hello everyone, my name is Fernanda Paray. I'm the Elder in Residence for North Island College. Hello, my traditional name is Kugweseok and my English name is Kelly Shoplin. I am a member of Comox First Nation and the Director of Indigenous Education here at North Island College. On behalf of our Comox hereditary chiefs and our people, I'd like to welcome you all into the unceded traditional territories of Comox First Nation. We acknowledge that participants are joining digitally from across the province and beyond. We encourage you at this time to take a moment to acknowledge the territory from where you are joining today. Starting a journey of reconciliation starts with acknowledging place and making your relationship to that place known. We welcome all of the members and participants today to the BC Cat Joint Articulation Meeting. I wish you all that are attending these meetings a good and productive day and making good works for all of our students at all the institutes. Galikasa Imot. Galikasla.
All right, and thank you to my next guest, Diane Naugler, for arranging the Indigenous welcome. We really appreciate that. So on that note, I'm going to pass it over to Diane Naugler from North Island College. She is the Dean of Business, and she's going to offer a few opening remarks. So Diane is also the chair of our Transfer and Articulation Committee at BC CAT. Over to you.
Good morning, everyone. I look forward to seeing many of you throughout our 2 days. Welcome. I'm the final welcomer to the 2 days of JAM, Digital JAM. Welcome to the 2020 joint annual meeting of the British Columbia Council on Articulation and Transfer. As Mike mentioned, BC CAT has a 10-year history of presenting a vibrant and engaging set of opportunities for articulation committee members, system liaison people, registrarial and transfer staff and professionals to get together on an annual basis and really put our heads together around what it is we're doing when we try and keep this wonderful system that Jim mentioned that we're all so proud of, try and keep it moving forward. And COVID is going to help us with that like no other circumstance, actually, as we try and now see what transfer means and what the future of transfer is, as so much of our everyday work in post-secondary education gets reconceived through these extraordinary times. And JAM's no different. I know, like many of you, I really look forward to the engagement and the connections and the information. We're already seeing that in some of the online polling that generally comes out of JAM. And our goal with these sessions is to not lose any of that. And as Mike noted, with so many participants from so many backgrounds, and having the possibility of opening this up to all interested parties, I think the engagement and information sharing and networking is possibly going to be more powerful than ever. So good luck, Jammers. I hope this experience is everything that you're hoping for. And please make sure you're taking advantage of all feedback avenues during the 2 days that we're together. On behalf of BC CAT's Transfer and Articulation Committee, welcome. We wish you many, many takeaways. I have my whiteboard ready for noting my own takeaways that enrich your home institution and enable your ongoing work supporting learners across the BC transfer system. Welcome and enjoy.
All right, thank you, Diane. All right, so I'm now going to just give a brief overview of how this all works so that we can all get the most out of this platform. So we're going to switch now over to a quick PowerPoint. And I'm basically just going to give a platform. I'll preface this by saying I don't have any stock in Whova, so I'm not trying to bump up any kind of personal financial portfolio here. This is the platform that we landed on when we were putting this all together, and it's been quite a journey, I'll tell you that. I mean, when we first started planning out online JAM, I think I started out with the idea that we'll just have a Zoom link. And it's really evolved quite a bit in the last month. So we've learned a lot over the last month and a bit. And so I thought I would just give you a brief overview of how this all works. So by now you should be all logged in and you should be seeing a screen that is very similar to what you saw, or at least this is the landing screen. And the way it's going to work is that over to your left, and I'm pointing left, but you see, you have to remember that I'm on a mirror here, so I'm actually pointing to my right, but this should be pointing to the left here. You will see the items such as the agenda, the attendees, the community, and the messages. This is basically the way you're going to navigate through the platform and the way you're going to access all the different sessions that are available. The best experience we have discovered is if you're using the web app, we really recommend that you use Chrome as your browser. We found Firefox is also pretty good. We did encounter a few issues with Safari. So if you are a Mac user, it might be better to use the mobile app rather than or using Chrome if you have it on your device. And that is the web link on the right. Using the mobile device, you can also access all the different features that are available, and actually includes a few additional features that allows you to engage with attendees. We did have a number of questions from people asking, well, is it really necessary that I download the mobile app? And the answer to that is no, you don't need to download the mobile app. I think about 78 to 80% of the people, according to our stats, downloaded the mobile app. But whether you're engaging online or whether you are using a mobile device, whichever device you're most comfortable with, that's the one that you should be using. Now, in terms of how it's all going to work today, well, we've done a mixture of live as well as pre-recorded sessions. Every session is going to end with a live question and answer, and we have all the people that are participating in those events that will be available to answer your questions both in the chat as well as the question and answer. Now, because we pre-recorded everything, I have the benefit of having seen everything that's about to come. And so I'm not going to spoil it for you, but you won't believe what happens in one of the afternoon sessions. I'm not going to tell you which one, so you're just going to have to log in to find out more. I mentioned at the top about Zoom fatigue. That's why we've scheduled both of the sessions for about 20 to 30 minutes. That's really to just, that's about the length of my attention span these days as well. And so that's meant to make these more digestible. And we've also spread out the sessions throughout the day so that there is plenty of breaks during the day. Now, all the sessions are going to stream, like I said earlier, at the time of the schedule on the agenda, but we will be uploading the entire session later this evening for day one, and then at the end of day two, so that if you do miss something or for some reason you got to go do something else, no problem. You'll still be able to watch the events at your own time. The attendee section, this is where you can find out more about the other delegates. Thank you to everybody that uploaded a photo and started filling out your profiles. It's great to see all the different people and the diversity of backgrounds of people coming to us from all the different institutions. We have 355 people. Thank you to the 50 people that signed up in the last day or two. It's always cool to see who's pressure prompted and who does things at the last minute. Using the attendee section, this is where you can send messages and you can view profiles. You can also update your profile by clicking on the top right corner. The more you beef up your profile, the more people are likely to engage. So if you'd like to do that, please feel free. The community. This is really where we are going to be engaging with each other. Now, it's obviously different doing these things online. When we're in person, we can talk, we can chat, we can share a cup of coffee. Everything's virtual this year, so it's a little bit different. But when you click on community, that's where you can access the announcements from the organizers. That's where our photo contest is taking place. And there's already a whole bunch of people that have been uploading photos of their dogs, of their kids, of their various home setups, and I love seeing that. We are running a couple of contests, so we will be giving awards to the most liked photos, and you can also we're also giving a prize package for the most engaged users. So there is a leaderboard that shows how people can engage, and the more you ask questions, the more you participate, the higher your score. You can also schedule virtual meetups. I saw earlier this morning that people are already posting questions on topics for discussion. That's wonderful. Keep doing that. The more you engage in the community, the more you will get out of this event, and the more opportunity allows us to find out what's going on in your world. Because chances are, if you're having a challenge with something, or if there's something you'd like to know more about, there's likely other people that are sharing that same experience. So please take a look through the community board. There's lots of fun stuff there. Oh, and most importantly, we also have the virtual lounge that is going to be running throughout the day and at lunchtime. It's a place to just go kick back. Have your food and chat with BC Cat staff as well as other attendees. Oh, I just mentioned the prizes, so I'll just make mention of the fact that winners will receive a pandemic pamper pack courtesy of BC Cat. There's some pretty cool stuff in it, so please make sure you participate in the contests and prizes. Resources. So in the resources section, this is where we're going to upload all the videos at the end of the day. So right now, what you'll see is really just a placeholder for the stream for the current day. But have no fear, we will be uploading the individual videos later. There's also polls and surveys. We have some scheduled to run throughout the day. So as polls appear, you will see a notification in the poll section. Survey, we will also obviously be doing an end survey at the end of the event after tomorrow. So you can access anything. We'd encourage you to just basically explore through the different platform and find out what areas that you'd like to participate in. Finally, social media. If you are a Twitter user, and we were talking a little bit in the green room about how I started to realize last night that I have a lot of people that have the same mind as me, and Twitter is not necessarily reflective of the real world. But if you do want to start posting, you can post from within the device. You can tag us at BC Transfer Guide or bccat_org. The official hashtag for JAM 2020 is transfer credits, not COVID. So if you could include that hashtag in any of your tweets, that would be great. Initially, we were going to use a hashtag just Jam 2020, but we realized that that's being used by, I think, a Korean pop music festival, which was fun, but we didn't want to get them mixed up with any tweets related to our event. So now we're using the hashtag transfer credits, not COVID. So that is the overall overview of Whova. Here is just some basic tips for you. Engage at the level you feel comfortable with. I know that there are some people that don't want to download an app. They don't want to submit questions through chat and online. That's totally fine. Go with what you're comfortable with. No problem there. You can watch them live, or you can watch them after the event. As always, be respectful of each other. And if you have any questions, please let us know. We are here to help. We have BCCAT staff. All hands are on deck, and we're here to answer any questions. And so with that, what I will simply say is we are going to move into our next session at 10 a.m. So we'll give you a 5-minute breather, and then we'll see you all again at 10 a.m. Thanks.